Hello friends, welcome back to another Kaksha. Today we are not going to create a new project from scratch, but this video is going to be about adding new features in our previous to-do list serverless web app project. So if you have not watched that video, I strongly recommend you to check out that video first. To add this new feature of getting a reminder email, there are some prerequisites. First one is cloning my Git repository. To avoid any confusion, I have updated all the code related to this new feature in to-do list part 2 Git repository. And the second is changing some variable values with your own resources. Let's go to the architecture diagram and understand how we are gonna achieve this new requirement. I hope you remember our fantastic 4 AWS services which we use to create this to-do list application. Now we add two more to send reminder notification through email, or you can use the same for sending email when a new task is added, updated or deleted with little modification. So the first one is EventBridge scheduler. This is for scheduling any event and to perform some action on that schedule. This schedule will be set programmatically using Lambda function. So we need to add its permission to our Lambda IAM role, which we created in our last video. And the action we want to perform is sending an email or a text message. For sending email, EventBridge will use SNS service. But EventBridge require permissions to access SNS service, so we have to create a separate IAM role for EventBridge. And then we have to update our UI to allow user to enter any time for the reminder notification. I hope you have understood the architectural changes required for this notification feature. So without wasting any time, let's start adding this feature in our to-do list application. So here we are back on our AWS Cloud Console and we are going to create our resources in reverse order. So first of all, I am going to open SNS and create a topic here. As you can see, there are two options available related to message delivery. If there are multiple messages or emails and their delivery order matters, in that case you can choose FIFO. But in our case, we just need to send an email at a particular time. So we will choose standard here and give it a name to do notification. Rest we will keep as it is and create topic. Once the topic is created, we need to create a subscription for an email ID. We have to choose protocol as email and mention your email ID on which you want to receive an email. Create subscription. After this, you will receive an email in which you have to confirm that you have created this subscription. Once confirmed, our SNS topic with linked email ID is created. Next, we have to create an IAM role for our EventBridge. So here IAM roles and create role. So like last time we selected Lambda here, this time we have to select scheduler. But as you can see, there is no service named scheduler coming here for which we can create IAM role. So we have to see the documentation how we can create IAM role for our scheduler. Setting up an event bridge scheduler and set up the execution role. So as you can see, there is a long guide using which we can create its execution role, or you can say IAM role. We need to connect it to the SNS. So there is a long guide using these manual commands and saving these files in your local system. You can create this IAM role. As you can see, it is not that simple as we created IAM role for Lambda service. So there is another way of creating this IAM role. Go to EventBridge. Create a schedule manually. Create schedule. So while creating this schedule manually, it will ask you if you want to create an IAM role for EventBridge or not. So if you selected, it will create an IAM role for you. It is an easy way of creating IAM role for our EventBridge. So you can follow either way. I have showed you two ways of creating IAM role for our EventBridge. I have used second way and named it as Amazon EventBridge Scheduler SNS. So next is scheduling events. It is like setting up an alarm in your mobile. And in our case, we have to set up these alarms according to user input. Whenever user input any to-do item, he or she will enter its deadline and we have to schedule accordingly at runtime using Lambda function. But in that, Lambda would require permissions to communicate with EventBridge scheduler. So let's go to IAM and add EventBridge permissions in our previous role created for Lambda. Here I am highlighting my EventBridge IAM role for your reference. Let me know in comments if you faced any issue while creating it. Now let's get back to our Lambda role. Add permissions, attach policy. You have to search EventBridge here and give full access. So permissions are also added. Next, let's go to the Lambda function and update our code. So as you can see, we have created EventBridge scheduler and SNS resources using Boto3 library. Update SNS topic ARN and EventBridge IAM role ARN with the one you have just created. Rest everything is same. Here I have added new code in which I am taking task time from the request body and converting it into an ISO format and then calling this function schedule EventBridge, in which I am creating a schedule for a specific to-do item, and I have created this message which will be used while sending an email. So let's copy all this code. Go to Lambda and deploy it. So Lambda is ready to schedule an event and to send a reminder email on task time entered. Next we have to go to S3 and update our UI code. Code, add files. So we are in our to-do list part 2 directory. Here we will go to the front end folder and select all files and upload. Once uploaded, we need to take its URL from the properties and open a new tab, enter this URL. Here we are in our new UI. Let me demonstrate you how we can add a task time and get an reminder email on the specified time. So get all tasks. As you can see, 2 items are already added here. Let me add another one for you. the task status is pending, and here we have to mention any deadline of this task, like I am entering 17:30. So the item is added. Next, I'm going to pause the video and wait for its reminder email to receive. So yes, here we are in my Gmail and I have received the reminder email for this to-do item. With that, we came to the end of this video and our project as well. If you have any questions, please write it down in the comment section below. I always reply to the comments. For more DevOps and cloud content, please subscribe to my channel and support this video by giving it a thumbs up. Happy learning!